Okay, so we are good now, I guess. So, how do we create SSIS projects actually? In deep, actually, we call it SSIS packages while we deploy or while we develop. But how do we create them? So, it is just that just open your Visual Studio and that should be like this is the screen. That should be how it should be, and hide whatever things you don't need, and this is how it will be. And to create a new project or to open a new project, this is how we do it. So we just go to file and then new or open. New is to create new project, and open is to create an existing project or solution available. So solution is like a broad umbrella, the term we use, like which has several number of projects in it. So when I call it a project, how to create SSIS project, we go to file, then new, and then to project option. This is the screen. This is a small pop-up window. You guys can see it, the pop-up. Okay. So this is a small pop-up that lets you actually choose what kind of project that you are going to develop. So this console application is completely like which runs on Windows platform, and if you're going with just this .NET, and if you're going with .NET Core, it will be like running on multiple platforms as well. So like that, we have like multiple number of project types available. See, this is a ASP.NET Core web app. This is a web application, and this is again a console application. Whatnot, you have class libraries. We have a lot of things available. So among them, we should be selecting our respective project type, which is integration services. So we want SSIS project. So that for that, just search for integration. You will find this particular project type, integration services project. What it does is that this project may be used for building high performance data integration and workflow solutions that can be run on SSIS catalog, including extraction, transformation, and loading, operation, and the operations of the data warehousing. So this is the one that we should be selecting and go for the next. So this is pretty much uh, the step that you should be taking care of. This is the project name. Like what should be your project name? Let me go with track session or else like demo project, as it is the first one. I'd like to call it demo. And where do I have to store this? So, like, where do I have to keep this project in? So for that, I have this some field called location. For that, I should be like able to select all the, I mean, where my project should be stored. So for that, I'm gonna just go for some desktop and then one of my folders. So here, as you could see, I've stored it in desktop under that my name, under the training sessions, one of the folders, and again under that project. So what it actually does is that it actually stores my project called demo into this particular file location. So to keep it handy, I've stored in on the desktop. So usually when you are creating your projects and storing it in your systems, you will not be saving it on the desktop. So you will be storing in any of your other drives, other memory locations. So just for being handy, I'm storing in here. This is the solution name. So solution, as I said, it's actually a broad term which actually consists of multiple projects within it. So such that to simplify this, a solution can have multiple number of projects available in it, and that projects can be of independent and can be of like dependent on each other. That we will be learning in the next few sessions. So I'd like to name this with a different name called solution. So this is the solution name and project name. So project is individual item that will be inside this demo solution. So I'm gonna say create. So any doubts with these three fields? So hope you guys like installed the Visual Studio and IS as well, ISSIS as well. Okay, quick confirmation from others as well. So you have almost like the other half of the course. So you better be practicing very well. Then only you'll be like pretty good at the work environments. Okay, so I'll consider no doubts and you have already installed the applications. I'm just gonna create. Solution is the one where our project lies. So that's all you can take an umbrella term, a broad term that is used. A solution consists of multiple projects, whether the projects are dependent on each other or independent on each other. That depends on the projects that are available inside, but uh, this is how it will be. So you can see this particular screen, which actually after creating our SSIS project, this will be our home screen, which has these small windows inside this. And we have Solution Explorer here. I don't want this getting started SSIS, so I'm gonna hide it. So I have this particular window now. So this is a Solution Explorer where, let me go through each and every of the items. See, this is the one solution, demo solution, and one of one project. So what it contains, this is a solution, and it has the demo as the project. And inside the demo, we have project params and connection managers and SSIS packages, package parts, miscellaneous, and linked Azure resources. This linked Azure resources we will not be using like anytime sooner. This is completely off cloud. So we'll keep this aside for some time. And SSIS packages, this is the folder where your all packages will go and sit in. And project parameters is to define parameters for your SSIS packages, and the connection managers is to define a connections, you know, define connections where our application should connect to and from. So if my application wants to connect to some SQL database, which is in some remote server, I will be defining that connections like however we do in with the connection string we call it. With the connection string, we will be defining a connection inside the connection managers. What it is that it just go connects to that particular database and gets the details for us. So that's what about connection managers. So to discuss this, okay, let me write one. You can see my SSMS screen. So this is my SSMS screen, and when you call MSBI developer, it is also called as like ETL developer. What is it? What is actually this ETLR? So E is that extraction. E stands for transformation. Yep, thank you. L stands for load. Loading. So extraction is the one where we this is something like a process of getting the data in where we are getting our data from. So let it be like extract something from some places. So get something from some places. So that's how we can define this. So this extraction can be from different sources, such as like SQL Server, which we are using now, the AdventureWorks database from SSMS, and it can take from some fat files such as text files and document files or whatever, and we can take from Excel files. You might have seen the spreadsheets that are available, and like the ones you deal with Microsoft Excel softwares. So there are like plenty of source types that are available. Few of them are Excel and SQL servers and Oracle. Like you name the database server that we can access, and some flat files also you can take it. So this is about extraction. The transformation is about transforming your data into like different types. That is mostly like when we discussed about what is MSBI and like what it takes to be an MSBI developer at the first session. We said MSBI about like it's a business intelligence where we provide data in the form of information that is readable by end users. So this transformation plays key role in that particular definition. Okay, so to present the data in the form of information to make end user or the regular person as to understand it. So we have to like transform our data into like multiple what you call multiple types or multiple stages, you can say. So the regular data in formats with 9 precision numbers can be understood by any other end user. So for that, you might have to change it to a human readable, like a normal person readable format. That is also one type of transformation. And we might be having first name, middle name, last name, and suffix, whether to be mentioned as Mr. or Miss or Misters. So these are few suffixes, and to form a full name, we might have to take all those available 4 columns, which is suffix, surname, first name, middle name, last name. So those are the things to be combined and to be given to the end user to make it like it's a full name of a person. So that's also a kind of transformation that we use. And loading is the one where we load our transformed data into warehouses. Warehouse is nothing but a large kind of database, you can say it. That's again, you know, where we extracted from. Like there are plenty of types, right, available. Same way for load our data into like some other places, we have plenty of files or plenty of types that are available to load. So few being again Excel, we can load into Excel, and we can load into some flat files, and we can load into some again SQL servers to make it easily understandable by user. So this is about extraction, transformation, and loading. So any doubts so far? Be very clear with basics. That saves you a lot of time from digging deep in the advanced versions. Okay, this is about ETL. So when you say uh, to fetch the data from it and to perform some actions and load the data back to some other destinations, we use ETL. So this is what these three steps is what we are going to do in SSIS. This is the one. So here we are clear, I guess. So in this SSIS window, we should be very clear of our few of this. So it's a solution explorer where you can like find it in the right top corner of our window. So here it consists of project params, connection managers, SSIS packages, package parts, miscellaneous, and linked Azure projects under our project name, which we have given. And that is also under the solution that I have given. So let me show you in this, inside my folder structure as well. So for that, just a moment, I'll show you. Where is it? The screenshot option. Okay, and now you might be able to see this folder, this file explorer, which contains like a few of my folders available. So inside this project is the root folder that I've created for my to store my projects. If you could notice, see, this is the demo solution that I've given to specify my solution name. So inside this, again, there is a project called demo, and we have some file called demo solution.slm. So whenever you want to open some other projects, you can directly go into some solution folder. This is the solution folder, demo solution, and you can just double click on this sln folder. Sln stands for solution. So inside this, you can if you double click on this, same exact window of this Visual Studio will get open. And if you go on to the next projects, next project level folder, you have all the things available. See, whatever available in here, those are available in here as well. So these are the ones that are replicated in this solution folder. So are we clear so far? This is how you create a solution and inside that a project. So project is nothing but it's completely independent of your, your requirement. And solution is the one where it actually groups multiple projects into one. So it's kind of abstraction. You can call it encapsulate your data into one particular relative folder, right? So that's what we call it here. So here we have multiple, as I told, we can create multiple projects within one solution. So just go on to add option. And if you go just right click on solutions, it will ask you for it will give you multiple options, and inside that you have add option. So here you have new option, new project. This is how we add another new project into our solution or existing project. If you want to add, you can add it from there. And however you want, like number of items are available in this. And if you want to add it from file option, that also you can do. File, project, and again, same goes on. Integration services, same goes along. Let me close this pop-up. So this is a solution explorer that you learned about, and this is what we should be very careful when we are moving our files like in and out for the different paths and all. So this is about solution explorer, and you can see in the left box, in the left side of the window, there are like plenty of tools available inside our SSIS toolbox. So this is, we call it SSIS toolbox. Inside for this, we have like multiple tools available associated with every of the flow diagrams, like, flow windows. Let's see, here we have control flow. For this control flow, these are all the tasks that are available to drag into our windows and define some actions on it. So to make it very clear for you guys, I'm going to select data flow. See, this particular window automatically changed its values. So now it has some destination assistant, source assistant, aggregate functions, balanced data distributor, conditional spread, data conversions, whatnot. It has like plenty of other things. And when you go to parameters, again, it changes. It does not have anything available in the toolbox. Same way we have event handlers and package explorer, blah, blah, blah. These event handler is to handle like events that are generated in between or while we are executing our process packages. And this package explorer, as usual, to explore our packages. We will be continuing with control flow. Control flow has multiple tools available inside the toolbox. So first we will learn about data flow task. So what you should do, just drag this data flow task into your window. So that will create one particular data task for us. Okay. So here, when you double click on this data flow task, it redirects you to data flow window. Okay. So whatever the things that you define on control flow has its corresponding window available for you in this data flow task. So now let's say I have multiple data flow tasks available. Let me drag and drop. So you can see here, I have 3 data flow tasks available for which the names are data flow task 1 and data flow task 2. So if you want to change its name, you can just go and change data flow task demo. So this particular data flow task, consider it's a basic task which actually does actions on like data flows. So how it should be from where to where it should flow and how it should flow and what are all the transformations that we use among the flow. So that's how you take it. See if you could notice, I have added 3 data flow tasks into my control flow window, but there is only one data flow window available for us. But as I said, it should be having like multiple data flow windows available. But for that, we should go to data flow. Inside that, there's one particular drop down which has data flow task. What is the task that we have selected? Just this drop down has all the data flow tasks that are available for us, which are like we created in earlier moments. So the first one is the data flow task, which is available for us, which is this. And if you go on for the next one, data flow task 1, double click on it, it will redirect to data flow window, but the selected data flow task will be the one we selected in the control flow. Okay, and the same way, this data flow task demo. So just double click on it. It will go to this particular window with the data flow task being selected as we selected earlier in the previous window. Okay, so I'll remove these 2 data tasks for now. For that, just select and press on delete, or you can just right click, delete, disable. Disable is to just disable the task. Delete is to delete completely. Delete, it will go off. So now I have only one data task with me. I'm gonna go into that. So now this particular toolbox window has been sent to its corresponding tools. So here I have a destination assistant, source assistant. What are actually these? So I don't think so, Anil. With a common control Z, with the undo option that you can do. But once the project solution is closed and we have opened it again, it will lose all the cache related data. So that time it won't be available for you to restore it. So whenever you do that, like if it is an accidental one, you just go to Control Z, which is an undo option. That gives you all the lost items available for you. This is how it is. Once the project is saved, see if you can see this package.dtsx. Now this small design, it's called for when we use design patterns. I mean, the way of designing our pages, that depends on this. And you could notice a small star on this. So this defines that our particular project is not saved yet. So here is the save button, save icon. You can just click on it. It will get saved, and as well as this particular star will be off. So go to data flow task. Here, there are like multiple tools available for us. They all like what do we have in all the data flow tasks. So here today I want to talk about source assistant and destination assistant. So what is actually this source assistant and destination assistant? So let's drag and drop and see what it actually is. When I try to drag and drop the source assistant, this particular window has opened for me. This is one way of creating connection manages connection. So this is one way of creating connection into the connection managers. Okay. So this could be, as we discussed, this source could be of SQL Server type, from SQL Server, or from Excel, or from flat file. Flat file in the sense we can go with the text.txt files, the notepads, and there could be like some docs, .docs, and XMLs, and those are like different files available for us that can be used. And Oracle is the one to get the data from Oracle databases. So these are the ones that are available for us now. So for this, we will now go with SQL Server, which is actually available for us within this particular window. So SQL Server is the one and only application, the server that is available for me right now. We'll discuss Excel and flat files as well. Flat files are nothing but just different files that can be seen by us as well. Text files, XML files, and doc files, whatever it is. So we'll discuss about SQL Server today now. So click on SQL and then go to new option. Here it shows me like what are actually available. What kind of things that are available, or what kind of connection do I have to create it on. So here I have like different properties that are available for me. One is connection, different properties of available connections, and these are like other connection stuffs that are available. So I'm gonna have to define one connection. So what is actually a server name here? So this actually, if you know your server name well, so if you are talking about the real time or the production, the deployed applications in production, you will be known your server name very well, which could be like starts with, which could start actually with an IP address if your SQL server is in remote servers, or if you're having like multiple internet or intranet connected systems, you can directly use system name and as well as followed by the server name. So for that, for that we have different options to find what is the server that we are using. So for that, we are like, let's land up in SSMS and try to find what is the server that we are using. For that, we have one particular system variable available for us. That is server name. So at the rate mentions this variable, it as server variable, sorry, system variable. So let's try to get this data. Let's execute this. It says hyphen LMCIIMF. So random name. If you are trying with your systems, if you have given your system a proper naming while installing the OS, that particular name will be displayed as a server name. So here it is my server name, desktop hyphen and cloud level random characters. So that I will be entering in here. Okay. And in this SQL Server, whenever we connected to this particular connection string, right? Let me disconnect and show you. Connected to database engine. It says like server name is dot, and I've used Windows authentication here to log into my particular SQL Server. You can use SQL Server authentication if your user is being created explicitly for you. However it is, like if you have an user, you can go and use it. So as I don't have any user and I would like to use my system credentials as my login credentials for SQL Server, that time I'll be using Windows authentication. Same way here also, I'd like to go with Windows NT integrated security, which is actually it takes a Windows authentication indirectly. And you can see another field called initial catalog. What this initial catalog is? So initial catalog is the one where we define our database name. So if you come here, we have like database folders available in it, databases it's called. It has admin works and system databases and database snapshots. So we have system databases that are available for us, TempDB, MSDB, model, and master. So previously when we were used to discuss about the SQLs, we used to use master database and as well as advanced database. So same way, we have to define our SSIS package connection manager to find the server name with desktop LC LMCIIMF name, and inside that we need to like select one database that is available for us. See, these are the databases that are available for us within our MS SQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. So as I shown in this SSMS, these are the databases that are available for us. For now, I'll just take AdventureWorks 2017 table, a database into my initial catalog. Initial catalog is the one where we define our database name. So just click on, before that, before clicking on OK, you just have to test your connection once. It could be like, if you are using this username password stuff, it could be of like different username and different password. You might have like, given the wrong password or whatever, however it is, but we won't get to know that until we execute our packages. For that, there is one particular option called test connection. Just go with that. It says test connection succeeded. So this is how we'll get to know that we have entered a proper connection, or we have defined a proper connection. So for this, you can go on OK. So this lands us into the same page, and you can click on OK. This actually creates a particular connection. Let it load. Here it is. I just double click on this particular source assistant. It actually created this particular OLEDB source task that again has that task connection that I've created. If you can notice, something has changed a bit in this bottom pop-up or bottom window. See, here we have desktop LC. Server name followed by dot and then my database name. As we discussed, we have to define a connections inside the connection manager. So I just went on double click onto this, and I've created connection there also. See, that is one way of creating a connection. And you can just, this is another way of creating connections. You can right click on the connection managers window, and there are like plenty of, again, connection types available. We went for new OLEDB in the previous one. So that's how we will land up in this particular window. So when you go on pressing new connection with the key, with the button new, it will actually take you to the same window which we did earlier. So that time we did the same ones. So same way, we can create multiple connection sources or destination connections with this connection manager. So for now, let's stick to previous one which I've created, Adventureworks data connection. So here it says a cross symbol. Why it is cross symbol? So if I click on it, the OLEDB data source, you could notice two arrow marks that are like sent out of that particular rectangular box available for us. And again, guys, you can actually change this task name. Previous date is OLEDB connections, right? I can change it to however I want. So it's up to you guys. What is the naming convention that you are going to use? So when you click on this, it shows two arrow marks available for us. One is the green one, which says that the data flow, where the data should go, and the red icon, the red line, the green line is to go with the control flow anomaly, and the red one is to log my errors or whatever negative side. If I get any errors, where do I have to log it, or how do I handle errors? So for that, we use this red arrow to be like marked to some other thing. So for now, let us just remove this red arrow for that, I mean red cross mark, for which we have to give a destination as well. So for that, again, we need to drag and drop the destination tile. So it again takes some time for that. See, if you could notice, these are the types are available, and we have another connection manager. Here we have a connection that are available for us. This desktop hyphen LMC blah 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 dot adventure works that we created in a previous example of sources, which has this data. Data source will be your server name. Initial catalog will be your database name. Provider is that the SQL Server, a Microsoft OLEDB SQL, and integrated security it is set to like the default ones. This is a property set to false. So I would like to use same connection. That means my source and destination servers are same. See, I could still not find any, the cross marks being deleted. For that, just go on map this. So this green line now mapped to these two particular things. And what is this? Destination table has not been provided. And for that, you can click on this connection, double click. It will open this particular window, which actually has like several properties that are available. Data viewer, metadata is to, uh, find the data about the data. This goes on. And to define the tables to get from. See here, if you can place your cursor on the cross mark, it says the destination table has not been provided. If you double click on the destination tile, this component has no available input columns. Do you want to continue editing available properties in this column? Yes, I'd like to. It actually takes same window where if I click on double click on my the connection, it will take us to the same window. So for this, I have connection manager pop up here, which actually has the same connection, and data access model is the same thing, and number of a list of tables that are available for us in this particular AdventureWorks table, AdventureWorks database. So here we have like plenty of tables available. From this, any of these tables, let's say from address table, and I'd like to go to mappings. Here are like number of things available for us. See here. First, we need to define our source properly. For that, we need to double click on this source, and we have tables available for us here. The same ones we will be getting in the destination as well. So let's say I have selected address, and I have like different columns that are available inside this particular table. So those are these columns. You could see that as well. And error output, this will be for some errors that we will be discussing as well. So inside this, you could click on preview to see what actually available in your database table. So this is some data that is available inside my AdventureWorks address table. And just click on OK. This particular cross mark is gone now. So same way, destination. This destination related things that we will discuss tomorrow, because we need to map, um, you know, our columns to particular table columns as well. See here, this is how the mappings will be taken automatically from, the connection manager's properties. So this mapping concept we will discuss tomorrow. This is one of the important things that we should be very much aware of, how to map our columns from source to destination. Or, you know, we call a destination item, destination task whenever there is a source task available. Source task is the one which don't take any explicit data, which actually provides the data. So this destination part we will see tomorrow. It's actually 6 past 8. And so far, any doubts, guys? Or if you want me to discuss any other things, if I have missed anything or okay, are you guys all clear about this?